or PZ-ECC provides the kind of cool atmosphere required for the storage of fruits and vegetables. It reduces temperature and increases humidity. The PZ-ECC can be constructed with locally available material in rural areas, in various agroclimatic conditions where humidity is low and temperature is high. The materials used are bricks, sand, bamboo, khaskhas or straw, gunny bag, etc. A source of water is also needed. For constructing the PZ-ECC, that is Pusa Zero Energy Cool Chamber, an upland is selected with a nearby source of water supply. The floor of this cool chamber is made by laying the bricks in an area which should be 165 centimeters long and 115 centimeters wide. After making the floors, the walls are also constructed. Another wall is also constructed parallel to the outer wall, leaving a cavity of 7.5 centimeters between the two walls with a height of 67.5 centimeters.
For selection of the site, one thing, you have to select a site where there is no water logging, number one. Number two, that if you don't have a pakka floor, then we have to make a pakka floor with the bricks. Even the used bricks also will be enough. Then second thing is that when you lay the bricks, the interlocking is very important. Interlocking between the bricks, because we are not using any cementing material or cementing agent, and only fine riverbed sand we are using it, so that if you do not do the interlocking, it will topple down. Third most important thing is that the height of the chamber should not be more than its width. If the height is more than its width, then there is a chance of toppling down the chamber.
After filling the cavity, the sand is soaked with water so that it remains wet. The chamber is now drenched with water. Now, take the fine riverbed sand and fill the 7.5 centimeter wide cavity between the outer and inner wall.
So before you put the sand in the cavity wall, it has to be it has to be mixed with little water, and to make a lumpy conditions like that, so that it will be very easy to fill the cavity.
The top cover of this cool chamber is made with bamboo frame and straw or khaskhas or dry grass or sirki, etc. The bamboo frame should be 165 centimeters long and 115 centimeters wide, so that the cool chamber is fully covered. The whole structure must be saved from direct sunlight or rain. Therefore, a thatch or shade is made to protect it from direct sun or rain. The sand, bricks and the top cover of the cool chamber are kept wet by sprinkling water over them. The chamber can keep the inside temperature 10 to 15 degrees Celsius cooler than the outside temperature. It also maintains a relative humidity of 90%. However, to get these parameters, the chamber has to be kept wet by watering it twice, daily, in the morning as well as in the evening. For this, a drip watering system can be used with plastic pipes and micro tubes. These are connected to an overhead source of water. The cool chamber is now ready to store fruits and vegetables. These commodities can be stored in the chamber by using perforated plastic crates. These crates are covered with a thin polythene sheet of 100 to 200 gauge. This chamber can hold 100 kilograms of fruits and vegetables for different periods, such as Mango for 9 days in June or July, where it can be kept for only 6 days at room temperature. Banana for 20 days in October-November, 14 days at room temperature. Sapota or chiku for 14 days in November-December, 10 days at room temperature. Grapefruit for 70 days in December-March, 27 days at room temperature. Lime for 25 days in January-February, 11 days at room temperature. Kinnu for 60 days in December-February, 14 days at room temperature. Potato for 90 days in March or May, 46 days at room temperature. Tomato for 15 days in April to May, 7 days at room temperature. Amaranth or cholai for 3 days in May or June, less than 1 day at room temperature. Methi for 10 days in February-March, 3 days at room temperature. Parval for 5 days in May or June, 2 days at room temperature. Okra or bhindi for 6 days in May to July, 1 day at room temperature. Carrot or gajar for 12 days in February-March, 5 days at room temperature. The maximum